Hello and welcome to another Spider video toy review. Today we're looking at Transformers Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Soundwave. This is him in his Cybertronian truck mode. He's kind of chunky, very Tonka-esque if you ask me. As for size comparisons, here he is with the deluxe version, who is much sleeker. And this part, I hate this part on the Voyager. It likes to just fall down when you look at it funny. Anyways, yeah. I like the deluxe version's vehicle mode a lot better. We'll get him transformed here in a second. See how he compares to another Voyager I got recently. Next, Beast Hunter's Optimus Prime. They're about the same size. We'll get into the transformation now, though. It's pretty simple. First, we're going to take the gun off. Lift this part. It's part of his crappy gimmick, which I'll get into when we get him into robot mode. But it is a very crappy gimmick. It is a pile of butts, I would say. So after you've lifted that up, the legs and feet fold down. These are pegged in right in here, so you just undo that. Go ahead and this part, come on, just pops out like that. Pops into the bottom of the vehicle, which will become his torso. These rotate and lock down into place. Sometimes I like to leave them like this. I'm going to adjust the camera here. I call this the ED209 mode. You have 10 seconds to comply. Alright, but we'll finish the transformation. The cowling unfolds and there's his head. Look at that light piping going. Oh, that's nice. Arms pop down. I should probably unfold the hands first. Come on. Do what I tell you to do, because I told you to do it. Hands are folded into his forearms. Come on. He's not wanting to behave with me. There we go. Alright. Those panels lock into place on the back of his shoulders. Get his other hand out. Wheels fold to the back. Cannon in place. And we have one badass robot mode Soundwave. He's got a lot of posability. Ratcheting knees, swivels. I wish the foot had an in and out on the ankle, but it doesn't. It can go forward and back, and that's it. No waist turn, which is disappointing. Especially when you look from the side. Get these out of the way so you can see this. There's just this huge, there's this huge block right in here, and it's just kind of poop looking. Alright, speaking of poop, let's look at his crappy gimmick, shall we? Now, Soundwave comes with Laserbeak, who folds up into a data disk, which is stupid. It's basically a cheap, crappy Bakugan wannabe, but pop it and, oh look, he's a bird, caw, caw, caw. Oh, caw. Now, the reason I say it's a poopy gimmick, and it may not be like this on all of them, but it's like it on mine, and it's disappointing. The cavity that he's supposed to fit into, come on, smarter than the toy. There we go. The cavity he's supposed to fit into in here is just ever so small for him to fit in. I'm afraid that I'm going to push too hard and wind up breaking my laser beak, and that would be no bueno. What's supposed to happen is you push his little spinal column here, you push it, and Laserbeak's supposed to pop out and go caw. Well, he doesn't actually go caw, but the wheel's kind of impeding my progress here. Caw. And he fell onto the floor, and that's as much as he transformed. So, F you Laserbeak, F you crappy Bakugan gimmick. Here we have Soundwave and Soundwave. I actually, I'm a much bigger fan of the deluxe version. The transformation is a little more complicated. No space used for a really lame gimmick. I forgot to flip these up, they look kind of derpy. And the deluxe has a little bit of has more foot movement. But as a Soundwave fan, I of course had to pick up the Voyager. And so if you're like me, you'll probably pick him up and have already picked him up, and this review is meaningless to you. But if you're on the fence, I would say pick up the deluxe if you can find him, but the Voyager's not a bad purchase. He's just a little lacking because of the chest gimmick. Though, if one were so inclined, I suppose you could hide certain things inside of him, but that's between you and your Soundwave. Till next time, this has been Spider. Check y'all later. Peace out. Call, motherfucker, call!
Go!
I'm thirsty.
Oh, yeah! 1, 2, 3.